What up? It is the Gangsta Rap Odyssey, July 25th, 2023, and we've had a few days with the Magic 2 album from Nas and Hit Boy. We've given it, a few days to kind of set in, Ignore the hype, get through all the hype, bad hype, good hype, So I think I want to give my thoughts on it. What's amazing in 2023, as long as Nas has been doing it, is that nobody is bringing up the R word of retirement yet. And listening to this record, why should he, man? He's doing awesome. He is self-proclaiming he's in his third prime. I believe it, I believe it. It was only not even a year ago that King's Disease 3 dropped. That was in December. And then before that, November of the year before, we got Magic. So, how does this stack up? What do you guys think? I'm gonna give it my own opinion. And really at the end, I want to find out, does Nas still got it? Is he really in his third prime? Is he more like the Tom Brady of hip hop, or is he kind of fizzling out like Russell Wilson? You're going to see that obviously he's like the Tom Brady in Tampa Bay when he won that Super Bowl. I hate sports analogies, but that's all I really know. So with that being said, let's talk about this record. Let's go over the album cover. I like it. It's dark. It's kind of futuristic too. I don't know why it gives me that futuristic vibe. I don't know if it's the headphones or what, or if it's just the fact that this is something new. And we got Nas and Hit Boy just kind of morphing, if you will, together. It's simple, it's dope, it's clean. It's kind of mysterious too, And what I like about Nas is he always keeps this kind of mystique around him, He's not like a social media whore or anything like that. Most of his business is kept offline. I dig it, man. It's old school. So with that being said, man, I'm going to give my top 5 tracks, and then I'll give the final grade at the end, and we'll grade the other tracks. But I really want to go over just the top 5 in detail. So number 5, what this all really means. I love this track, man. Damn. It's kind of an upbeat track, really, It's kind of a feel-good track. It's a dope track. Nas talks a bit about his own history, gives us a chance to really step into his shoes and see things from his eyeballs. He does this a lot on his records, and I love it. He talks a little bit about that scandal of the I Am double disc leak, scandal, if you will. He throws a couple names out. I think Nipsey Hussle. It's cool when he gives us a behind the scenes look, and this is just one of those tracks where he does that. At the end of the track, he does say, "Tough people last, tough times don't." You've probably heard it before, but when Nas says it, doesn't it just hit different? It does, man. I like the way that Hit Boy switches up his beats here, and he always does this, man. I love the way he does it. You almost have to listen to every Hit Boy track from beginning to end to understand what he's going to do with it. So I dig it, man. I dig it. So then let's go to track number 4. You knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Office Hours, featuring 50 Cent. What I didn't know was coming was 50 and Nas on the same track. That's crazy, man. I thought they had this unspoken beef, I mean, I knew that they were kind of beefing back in 2006, 8. I don't know, man. I couldn't even tell you. It's been so long. But I like the way that the track starts, man. It starts off simple, but then the bass kicks in and it gets Gangsta and Nas equally so. And then when 50 Cent jumps in, I feel like he starts off slow, but then he finds his footing, and we get that old Curtis Jackson. It's pretty dope. It's kind of a short track, or at least it's a short verse from 50, but he does get to talk shit at the end, which is always cool, because he brings his bravado, So, hey, I'd love to hear some more 50 Nas, Why not? Why not? It's a dope track. I'm gonna put that at number 4. So let's go to the top 3 now. Track number 3, Motion. I love this track too, man. And I don't know if this album is more of a showcase for Hit Boy or Nas, but man, I feel like we got a dream team here. And the way Nas starts the track, he starts it in 6th gear. It's pretty dope. The vibe that I'm getting is some mafioso shit here. Takes me back to those Life is Good days, you know, like a gangster in a suit. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. It's kind of an upbeat gangsta track rolled into one. And then there's parts in this track that Hit Boy lets Nas just kind of shine, and the beat kind of takes a back seat, and I love it. You know, Nas gets to show how impressive he is with his flow and his lyrics, man. So the hook, also pretty cool. What can I say, man? This is an easy A, probably A+. Let's go on to the next track here. My track number 2, Bokeem Woodbine. Ouch. It's got a little reggae feel to it. And I love Nas's lyrics on here, man. Maybe his best lyrics of the album are on this song here, I think. Bokeem Woodbine. There's a part where Nas says, I'm gonna butcher this, but you know, whatever. Trading bars with gods till they get the screw face. Ouch, I know that's painful. Like playing hoops and spraying your ankle. Hey, it's better when Nas says it. I love that verse though, man. It's so simple. It's simple, but it paints a picture, you know. And I think that's probably why Nas has never been categorized as a backpack rapper. You know, instead of rhyming for the sake of like punchlines and syllables, he's more of a master poet. He just happens to get on the mic and spit over dope beats. I love it. So I love the beat too, man. It's an A+ song for sure. So listen to that hook. Let's get to the hook here. It's cool. This is where Nas gets to shine a little bit more right here. You know, that beat's just taking a back seat there. It's dope. Hit Boy loves doing that with Nas. It's so great. And, you know, he mixes up his beats every now and then too, which kind of add to it. But I like this track. Number 1 track, Black Magic. I mean, it starts off so weird. You don't know what you're going to get here, man. But, you know, Hit Boy, from this track, man, I really think that he could be the best producer in the game right now. Who could challenge him? Who could challenge him today? Let me know what you think, man. What am I missing out on here? It's like, you know, this track right here itself is like hip hop with some odd creativity out of like the dark crevices of Hit Boy's brain. But it's such a short track, man. It leaves you wanting more. But you know, if it leaves you wanting more, then you know it was a good track. It's better that it be a little short than overstay its welcome, I guess. But yeah, Black Magic. I love the flow on here. I love the beats. I love all the sounds that are going on in the back there. You know, Hit Boy has really outdone himself here. So that's my number 1 track from the Magic album. Let me know your top 5 of this record, man. Honorable mention, though, why not? You know, honorable mention, the Magic Johnson track, right? The Irvin Magic Johnson. You know, I love the nods to Magic and Andre Rison. And, you know, the beat, once it kicks in here, you know, it's a really commanding flow from Nas, but the beat itself is just as commanding. Listen to that, man. You know, Nas is on point. And, you know, we get what we expect from Hit Boy on this beat, which is a welcome virtue from whatever, his cleverness. It's a great beat. It's a genius song, man. I just think it's hard not to put it on my top 5, man, but just had to make the honorable mention. So, all in all, man, this record, I give it an A minus overall. So, we'll go through all the tracks here and I'll give them the grade here. Abracadabra, that's going to get an A. Office Hours, an A. Black Magic, A+. Motion, A+. Bokeem Woodbine, A+. The Magic Johnson track, I give it a B+, man. That's probably why I didn't make my top 5, is a B+. What this really means is an A-. Slow It Down is a B. Pistol on Your Album Cover is B. One Mic, One Gun, B+. Giving this the final grade of an A-, like a nerdy teacher would do, But after it's all said and done, the album kind of cruises to the finish line. I think, 9 and 10 being a little bit less impressive, but not skippable at least, They're not skippable tracks. And then the last track, it's a welcome exit because it's a little better than 9 and 10 in my opinion. But it's still, the way that the record ends with just 11 tracks, like I said, man, it doesn't overstay its welcome. 11 tracks is perfect for a masterpiece of a record, I think. It's close. Some of the short records that I think in my mind are like Villain in Black from Ren. I've always used that one as an example, 11 tracks or 12 or whatever, and it's perfect. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It leaves you wanting more. I think that the crown jewel of this project is obviously Black Magic. The beat, the lyrics are phenomenal. It's a real short track, just kind of like the whole record is not too long, and it kind of leaves you wanting more. It's a good analogy of the rest of the project here. It's a dope record. You should have it in your collection. I've loved hip hop since the 80s, and it's obvious that Nas does too. And you got to do yourself a favor and just grab this off of Spotify or whatever. Buy it if you want, but don't listen to the haters on this record, man. It's a dope record, so you got to peep it. So yeah, now Nas Magic 2 gets an A-. If you like the video, give me a subscribe, or a like, check out throwback88.com. There's more videos on there, and our podcast. It's also on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, wherever you go to get your podcast. We got a Vimeo channel as well and a Soundcloud. I'll leave all these links up in the show notes. And hey, I appreciate your support. Keep it gangsta, y'all. Keep it gangsta. Peace.